All right, you live.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. How many of you thought that I was afraid to come on today? Type of 1. How many of you looking at, I see the stocks, I see the Nvidia, I see the TSLL. How many of y'all thought that I was scared and that I wouldn't want to come on today? That's why I'm 2 minutes late. Just type it in the room, all right? Just type it in the room. Really? You really thought I was scared, Lee? Man, Kento said the same thing. I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. All right, never. I have complete faith in you, Glenn. There you go, John. All right, all those people like typing in the ones, I don't know if you trolling me or not. I ain't never scared. All right, so I know tech stocks are taking a big hit today. All right, tech stocks are taking a big hit. Can you touch on banking earnings tomorrow? I think that by time the 6 p.m. video comes out tomorrow, they will have all reported. I'll touch on them. I will touch on them. I will definitely touch on them. All right, but if that's the case, I know that's the big reason why Tesla's getting hit today, right there. The robo-taxi. They delayed the announcement. So, and you know something, in my mind, I'm thinking that one day is not a trend. I still own it. I'm going to talk to you about how I'm trading it right now. So I'm seeing the questions come across, and I am all over it. I'm all over it. In the meantime, in the background, we have Koo. Joey is still on vacation. So Koo, I want to say thank you for being here today. All right. So as we look at tech stocks getting hit, where's the money going? The money is rotating, and Steve saw this morning in the Jockey Club. Money is rotating out of the big tech and into small cap. All right. And Jeff, are you here yet? Jeff, just let me know. Jeff put a comment up there on the YouTube channel on Ryan Short. All right. And said, well, if the Russell is what's moving, let's go see what we can find as far as stocks in the Russell. Today, I'm going to do a live pick'em. I'm going to go through showing you a technique and do a live pick'em on what stocks I would be looking at right now. Now, I still want to back that all up by saying one day doesn't make a trend. The market was up. Wow, Jeff just gave a super chat. Thank you for that, Jeff. Type the ones in the room. Type the ones in the room. Thank you so much. LNTH up 59%. Interesting. I got a story on LNTH and why it moved up yesterday and is continuing to make a move today. So when you say, why is the market crashing? I'm not saying that the market is crashing. I am saying that the market had a little sense of euphoria with the CPI data that came out today. I think a lot of people are still feeling that euphoria about the market and what the Fed's going to do. I've got something that I'm going to say about when I think the first rate cut is about to happen. And guess what, folks? It ain't September. All right? It ain't September. So Palantir, part of tech correction. If the money, let me talk to you about calling it a tech correction. What happened what's happening right now, how many people have made a lot of money in tech? Just type a 1. How many of you have made, whether it's Nvidia, AMD, TSM, whatever it is, how many of you have made a lot of money in tech? And if I see the ones pop up in the room, which I think I should, all right, what's happening right now, I think a lot of people are taking profits. Will I be one of them? I'm going to talk about that in today's presentation, all right? I'm going to, for all you guys and gals that are getting beaten up in the tech stocks, I'm going to show you what to look for. And absolutely, Bill, one day doesn't make a trend. So I don't want you guys panic selling today. I don't want you guys panic selling, but as I continue to see the ones come up in the room, a lot of this is profit taking because they've made a lot of money in the market. And I don't think that it's a bad thing. I think that it's a healthy, realistic thing. All right. I've talked to you more than once about managing the stocks that you're in. As I look at the color guard, what's the predominant color still? Yellow. What does that mean? Caution. And utilizing the color guard in regards to what happens on any one given day, I think proves to be extremely helpful so that you don't get caught out there throwing the baby away with the bathwater, or Katie barring the doors, or backing up the truck, or any of those things. To think the power of the color guard proves its weight in gold. All right. Doesn't an interest rate cut help small companies? Yeah, absolutely. OPM, you down with OPM? Yeah, you know me. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think it's going to help not only small companies, it's going to help the economy. And part of helping the economy with the rate cut, you're spurring the economy. You're also going to push up inflation. That's another story for another day. Jeff says today is a great day for VV tools and asset allocation using portfolio management. So let's get into it real quick. All right, I'm going to get into the market timing graph. Let me go put this on program. Market timing graph. Let's start there. What happened between yesterday and today? It seems like we broke out of this channel. Yesterday we broke out, and now today, not only did we continue with the breakout, we got a gap up. Gaps like to be filled. We got a gap up, and we came right up to the new 3-month high on the VectorVest composite. So the statements by the Fed pushing the market up for the last 2 days, and you know something? Fine, let's take advantage of it. But a lot of you, let's go to Palantir, and I'm going to add in Nvidia. These are stocks that I think a lot of you are holding, and you're wondering what the flying flip to do right now. Palantir, I own it. Where is it at in the star search? Still in the fast lane. Now, I will be watching this towards the close of today. If it looks like it's going to close in the middle lane, I will take the trade off the table. Why? Because someone else said in the live stream, never lose more than half of what you've made. On Palantir, it was on Tesla, I was up 60%. Well, Palantir, I wasn't up nearly as high, but I'm still okay. Jeff is right. This is looking at the VectorVest tools to make the right decision from a visual standpoint. We're still in the fast lane. So I'm going to look at it towards the end of the day. Let's go look at Tesla. Wow, that looks like it's going to close in the middle lane and close to the market close. If it does, I'm taking that off the table, and I will still maintain more than half of what I've made on the trade. Then the question comes up, well, what if it goes up bigly tomorrow? So what? Did I have a profitable trade? And the answer for me is that yes, I did. But I am watching this. If by the end of the close today, we look like we're going to close in the middle lane, I'm taking that off the table. Let's talk about Nvidia. Nvidia is now Nvidia was in the middle lane ever since 621. That, folks, would have been a great time to at least take half off the table and lock in that profit. If you did not and you held in the middle lane, well, yesterday you were back in. You were like, okay, but you never really capped out. Actually, you did cap out higher than when you would have gotten out. And then today comes, and now you sit back. If you didn't get out this time when it went to the middle lane, today may be a good time to take at least half off the table. What I said to everybody right here, right now, does this make sense in managing these trades? Yes or no? And I want everybody to answer, because I don't want to hear anybody at any time say that I hung you out to dry, and not told you how to manage these trades. These are trades that everybody in this room at some point in time have either traded or are currently traded. Amir says he got into it yesterday. Amir, you know something? That's a tough get in. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I can't protect you against that. News driven, anything can move stocks on any given day. That is unfortunate. Does that make sense, Amir? That is unfortunate, and you've got to make a decision right here, right now, whether or not you want to hold on to that trade. I'm telling you right now, it's in the middle lane. It's not an opportune time to stay in the stock. All the stocks I owned yesterday went to the fast track. What can we do? I just explained it to you. If you don't want to take it all off the table, take half off the table, because the stock is in the middle lane. It is not in the slow lane. If it gets to the slow lane and you only took half off the table, you take the other half off in the slow lane. Does that make sense? Inflation data was good too today. Was it? We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so I wanted to start off with looking at what was going on in the market timing graph, and then I wanted to address those of you who were fearful of the stocks that you're in and walk you through how to manage them. Don't know what to do now. Again, Amir, I just told you. You got to make a decision right here. Don't say you don't know what to do. I just gave you guidance. Now, can I hold your hand and say, Amir, get out of the stock? I'm not doing that because you have to make that decision. I just said that you, Amir, have to make a decision right here, right now. Hey, Glenn, how do you add the VWAP and anchored VWAP to VV? We don't have the VWAP in VectorVest. All right. Could also help with technical analysis. Jason, you do know that what I'm looking at from this perspective of the Star Search is all technical analysis. It's using Bollinger Bands. It's using the DPO. I do have earnings on here, and that's a positive sign behind Nvidia. Is that on a 3-month graph, it's at a 3-month high on earnings. Earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. All right. So we touched on that. Can we get it? The answer to that is we do not offer it in the VectorVest software, Jason. Not at this time. Maybe in the newer version of the software, maybe, but I don't know that for sure either. All right, Mukesh, I'm going to say this at the beginning now. Please don't give me stocks. I want you to give them to me when I ask for them. All right, I'm going to put that out there, Mukesh. I'm going to put that out there. Glenn, do you think that with the data that came in this morning, investors are moving money around, tech is down, most everything else seems up? Corey, I just made mention of that. I think that the money is migrating, moving over into the lower dollar Russell stocks right now. All right, with that being said, let's get into some news. All right, let's get into some news and let's talk about it. Let's talk about news, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good times and the bad times that may be. Let's talk about news. All right, so U.S. annual inflation slowed to 3% in June. Monthly release falls 0.1. I'm going to go through these stories pretty quickly. Glenn, you mentioned ELF would be a good hold for the next decade. I think it's a stock. I've watched it historically. I think it's a good long-term play. I still do like it. TradingView app has alerts for Bollinger Bands. Help me with some Eli Lilly calls. TradingView, I want you to just keep that in mind, Tom. So I got to say about that. I just want you to keep that in mind, TradingView. All right, I'm going to go through the stories pretty quick. Why indices crashing today when inflation cooling down? Let's talk about that a little bit right here. Todd has a service that he uses. I'm not going to put the name of it out there, but we were looking at some data in that service that he subscribes to. All right. And it was front running what should be the calls going forward on CPI, where it should start to fall. And one of the prognostications in that service stated that CPI data prior to September was going to rise. Thus, when September came around and everybody thinks that the Fed is going to do its first cut in September, didn't look like that's going to happen. But based on that data, and if you ask Todd what it was, he may or may not tell you the service that he's using, but it's something that he buys into. It showed that in November, December, there was going to be a big pullback in the CPI number that would spur a rate cut, but it didn't look like it was going to happen until December. So I looked at the CME tool, and the CME tool has a big rise in easing in September, but it all depends on what the August CPI number looks like before the September decision. That will make a decision. That will make a hardcore answer on what he does. Based on that, though, Todd and I were looking. It didn't look like there was going to be a cut until December. So we'll see how that works out. All right, let's go to the next story. Inflation falls in June for the first time since 2020 as consumer price increases continue to slow. We all know that the market is slowing, that the economy is slowing. Is it slowing enough for the Fed to do a rate cut? We'll find out. Next one, U.S. weekly jobs claim fall more than expected. People are working. We still have the unemployment rate at 4.1%. All right, and there we go. Are you telling us that there are other stock market tools besides VectorVest? Why would anyone need anything else? There's a lot of things. I invest money in other services that give me some deeper insight into what's out there. I am of the mindset my first and foremost go-to tool is VectorVest. I do use ancillary things to help me get better insight. That's the answer to your question. All right. OPM says the market is not crashing. The breadth of the stocks market is expanding. I never said that the market was crashing today. All right. And better yet, what gives me more insight on what's really going on in the market? The color guard. That's only in VectorVest. The color guard says we got more yellow than anything. We have some greens popping in and we don't have any red bars over the last 6 days. All right. So all I'm saying is that color guard really keeps you abreast and takes out the data of just one day. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? That the color guard takes out the flash news for one day. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? And that's why VectorVest is my go-to tool. All right, it is my go-to tool. All right, next story. Tesla falls 7%. Why? Because the robo-taxi event is delayed until October. It's hard to believe that everybody put all of their eggs into the basket of the robo-taxi. JD, are you here? My good friend JD on Twitter says yesterday, he was here live yesterday. He said that Tesla is looking, hold on. Excuse me. You can't stop that live. That he thinks that Tesla is a meme stock. And I saw a story on somewhere on Twitter that said the same thing thank you, Janice, that Tesla is, thank you, Alfreda and Energy, that Tesla is looking more like a meme stock. I gave my arguments yesterday on why I did not think that Tesla was a meme stock. But it fell today and is pretty much on the robo-taxi event. Can't stop the sneeze, but you can stop the hiccups. Thanks to you, Janice. What was that? I pushed on my eyeball, and that was some weird stuff right there. Pushing on your eyeball to help you to make the hiccups go away. All right, so that's what's going on. Thank you, Bill. That's what's going on with Tesla. One day doesn't make a trend, though. One day doesn't make a trend. And again, I still own Tesla. Boeing. This is scary. The Boeing Starliner return to Earth delayed indefinitely. That is still more bad news for Boeing. All right. They look like, hey, we're going to be fine. He's like, oh my God, I want to go home. She's like, oh my gosh, I need some more hair gel. I got to get home. That's what they both look like on here. I know a couple of you people are laughing. A couple of you are probably saying, that's not a nice thing to say, Glenn. Well, that's what I saw. Anyway, I think that it's not a good thing. I don't think that that's a good thing for Boeing. And it is what it is. I'm praying for those people for sure. Janice says she was laughing bigly. That's not good news for Boeing. Boeing has a nice gainer for iron condors. Quoted today. That's not a nice thing to say. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Corey. Quoted today. That's not a nice thing to say. All right, let's go to the next stock. MicroStrategy shares pop on 10-for-1 stock split. Just like AVGO, more and more companies, because so much money is going into these companies, raising the stock's price so high. Just think about Chipotle, did the 50-to-1 split. A lot more companies are trying to make investing into their stock more appealing by doing the stock split. So MicroStrategy, 10-for-1 stock split announcement. Going to keep my eyes on that. How about this? Over 1 million people in Texas without power. We're going to look at, somebody remind me, let's go look at our hurricane stocks. Let's go look at our hurricane stocks. Let's go see somebody's got to remind me though. Janice, you got to remind me. I got to go look at the portfolio for the hurricane stocks. Hi, Glenn. What's your thoughts on Zap? Israel? First thing, you know me, wait on the stocks. I'm not ready to look at them yet. Hi, I was one of them without power. Mark, I'm glad that you do have power now. I would not want to be in Houston right now without air conditioning. It's hot. I hear you. Meta is getting smoked like crispy bacon. You know why, John? That is another stock that's in the tech space. All right. So somebody's got to remind me, Janice, that we got to go look at the portfolio for hurricane stocks. All right, next one. Pfizer's getting back into the game. This is, the only stock, and Janice, you got to let me know that I've got to look at the GLP-1 portfolio as well. Pfizer was the weakest one in that list. But Pfizer's got a drug called Denlipron, and that's their GLP-1 stock. They're getting back into the game because they were the ones that were the weakest. My two favorite stocks in there were Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk. And then Janice made me put HIMS in there. Yep, I'm going to say that each time. Janice, go, Janice. Glenn's assistant. Put HIMS in there. I still don't know why. My kids say pretty soon I will be with VectorVest longer than I have it. That's a good thing. John. That's a good thing. All right, next one. Apple. Apple plans to ship 90 million iPhones, 16 models in 20. That's a lot of freaking phones. I think the deal or the relationship with Baidu a couple of quarters ago is going to pay dividends. I think a lot of those phones are going to be sold in China. We'll see. We will definitely see. But 90 million iPhone 16. I'm on the 14. I think when the 16 comes out, I'm going to get the 16. Joey got the 15. I think I'm going to get the 16. Next one, AMD, big story. And Ryan did a short on this. AMD challenges Nvidia with strategic $665 million purchase of Finnish AI lab. Anything still going with AI, still hot right now? Those stocks are pulling back. But AMD is trying to get in the game and get into the game hard. Energy, I'm going to put you in timeout. Corey, I'm going to put you in timeout as well. James is still without power, maybe a few days, but just got enough cell service to listen to Glenn for some entertainment. Thank you, James. Just be careful with that. You got a little bit of power. You go put it on to your refrigerator or something. Get that food cold again. All right. So all you guys that are saying Team Android, you're all going into timeout. All right, next one, Delta. How about this? Delta Airlines stock tumbles on revenue miss. It's interesting that they miss on revenues when all of the airlines are talking about historically high travel. How are you missing on revenues? Are you missing on revenues because you've dropped the prices on travel? I don't think a lot of people are feeling that drop in price. All right. Janice says, party and timeout team. Oh, you're part of the oh, man, Janice is part of the team. Yeah, you going to timeout too. I can't believe I have to put you in timeout, Janice. Interesting how they stumble on revenue miss, but they talk about how the travel this year is the most it's been in however long. I don't know how. I got to look more into this. Next story. Quantum. Ooh, Volkswagen put some money ramping up solid state battery production. So QuantumScape is feeling the good side of that, just like Volkswagen put a lot of money behind Rivian. Folks, keep your eyes on Volkswagen. They're making some moves in the EV space. I don't know if the moves that they're making are enough to go after Tesla, but I like the move on their part. I like the move on their part. They're trying to do a little something. Keep your eyes on Volkswagen, but we're going to take a look at QuantumScape. Next story, uranium. You saw that uranium went up yesterday. I wanted to find out why. Uranium stocks surged, and this was on yesterday, on new Kazakhstan mineral extraction tax. Big gainers in the space. Everything in uranium went up yesterday. CCJ, which I think is the best stock in the space, went up 9.6%. FOSY, I don't know who the hell they are, but they went up 10%. And UROY went up 11%. But a lot of stocks in the uranium space went up and went up bigly. So big story. I don't know if it's sustainable though. Last two stocks are on drug stocks that went up. Longeveron surges on key FDA designation for Alzheimer's, which is a big issue. I think any stock that goes after Alzheimer's and gets FDA approval has a big opportunity to make some money. And then Jeff talked about Lantheus hit a 52-week high on Medicare proposal. Interesting on this. Shares of Lantheus reached 52-week high on Wednesday after the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services issued a draft proposal to improve payments for diagnostic radiopharmaceuticals. Now, I don't know what that all means, but it was enough to push LNTH big up yesterday and some more up today. So my last two stories were on drug stocks. All right, let's get back into the system. All right, change this over to program. And here we are. These were the stocks that we were looking at. There's Nvidia. Again, I gave you my insights on that. I own TSLL. I just need to see by the end of the day, does it close in the middle lane? And Palantir, I'm okay on. I'm getting a little wick at the bottom. I'm okay with Palantir, but I am currently watching my Tesla trade right at the level of getting between the fast lane and the middle lane. Let's go to the viewers tab. All right, so here's the markets for today. Where's the money going? Look at the big mover. The big mover today is the IWM up 3.5%. The Qs are getting hit. The spiders are getting hit. This is where money has been rotating for the last couple of weeks, into the spiders and into the Qs. They're taking a hit today. Now today, the money is going into the IWM. And guess what? Fear is picking up in the market because the VIX has gone up, not anywhere near where it needs to be for us to be concerned about volatility. And the VectorVest composite is up. Remember, that's the movement of over 9,000 stocks. Linda said 7-9 Biden signed. I'm not looking at it. I'm not using none of those names in politics. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. All right. Thanks. Have one running for. Okay, there you go. There's some small cap fish that are now big fish. Let's go find those winners. I got you. All right. Janice, you didn't remind me about the portfolio. So let's go to start with the GLP. She's probably like, what? Oh, she's in timeout. That's right. All right. So look at the GLP-1 stocks. What's moving up today? Big mover today is HIMS, GPCR, Viking. My two favorite stocks in the space are Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk. Let's go look at what they've done. Eli Lilly, since I started this portfolio back on 520. Viking is up 21%. Eli Lilly up almost 19%. GPCR up 13%. HIMS up. We only have three stocks in here. We have three stocks in here that are up double digits. Novo Nordisk is not there. It's all about that. Hello, look at Hurricane and GLP-1 stocks. You literally gave me 5 seconds to remind you. Okay, so here's the GLP-1 stocks. The portfolio is up 15.5%. If you're not in any of these stocks, you need to consider them. All right, and where's my Hurricane stocks? Now, interesting that it's only up. That's AMA. That's not it. Where's the Hurricane stocks? There it is. Hurricane related stocks, 7.3. That's only up 2.62%. Now, I will say this. I don't think that Hurricane Beryl affected the United States as harshly as it could have. So I don't think these stocks took off yet. I will tell you this. You know what stock I got in yesterday? Polar. I told you to keep your eyes on it. It is the biggest mover in hurricane-related stocks right now, up 18.72%. Where's Akshay? Are you here? He said that Generac was the best stock in the play. I think it's a great stock to play for hurricane-related stocks, but Lowe's is beating it out, not by much, but the biggest mover is Polar. Did anybody take my suggestion in looking at Polar? Yes or no? Type of yes in the room. Did anybody in the room take my guidance in looking at Polar? I told you to keep your eyes on it. I do like that. Energy says political timeout. I didn't do that. Akshaya says GNRC is a competitor to Tesla on energy storage. And that's fine. But Akshaya, I like the play. But this is why I wanted to track them. After I did the video, I wanted to track them to see how they were doing. So I did pick up two new stocks today. Actually, yesterday. I picked up Polar. I picked up another stock. Hold on. What was the other stock I picked up? I picked up two stocks. I picked up Pola and Jumaya. Do you know that Jumaya is the Amazon of Africa? Jumaya is the Amazon of Africa. So the two stocks that you all know I'm in Tesla, Palantir, and oil. The two stocks that I picked up yesterday were Jumaya and Pola. All right, the Pola is hurting me a little bit, but I got stops on it. All right, so currently these are the only 5 stocks that I'm holding in my more active portfolio. You know me, I like to be very transparent in the stocks that I own. All right, so those are the markets. Biotechs. I like to try to give you some biotechs. These are all phase 3 companies I want you to keep your eyes on. These are all phase 3 companies. Notice that they're very speculative, but they're all in uptrends. I had stopped doing that for a while, but I think I want to start doing it again. Here are my phase 3 drug companies that I want you to keep your eyes on. Glenn, with inflation down, speculation on interest rate cut, solar stocks ripping. I haven't looked at the solar stocks moving, but I think that when we get an opportunity where growth stocks are taking off, I'm on the mindset of the mindset that clean energy stocks are going to move. So that includes solar, that includes, as we saw, nuclear or uranium stocks. Isn't it dangerous to play stocks that are less than $1? Yes, it is more speculative. It is more aggressive. But you know something? If a stock goes up 20% on a $1 stock, 20% on a $10 stock, it's still 20%. But on that $1 stock, it looks a lot better than on that $20 or $30 stock. So I will tell you that. Be careful. If you're not comfortable with playing stocks under $1, then don't. But you know me, I'm always going to give fish to try to give you the best opportunity to make money the best way I can. All right, big news stocks. Here's the stocks that made the news that we're going to keep our eyes on. And as a matter of fact, today I may not look at your stocks, but it's going to be well worth it. Today, I may not look at your stocks, but it may be well worth it. You'll see in a second. All right. Big movers today. QuantumScape. Lantis was up 50 some odd percent yesterday. Another 16% today. MicroStrategy because of the 10-to-1 split. Generac, Hurricane stocks. Pfizer because they're getting into the game with their GLP-1 stock. Camago because of uranium starting to move. Boeing, interesting that Boeing is up today even with the news of the Starliner. Volkswagen is making moves. I love that Volkswagen is making moves. I want you to keep your eyes on Volkswagen too. AMD, tech stock. Both of those are getting hit today. And then the two stocks that went up, one bio stock that went up yesterday, retracing back today, and Delta Airlines because they missed on revenues. All right, weekly option plays. Did I find some? Yes, I found some weekly call option plays. I did find some weekly call option plays. Write these down. Take a picture. But these stocks are moving on above average open interest over the last 20 days. Above average open interest on call options over the last 20 days. Write them down, take a picture. I just want you guys to keep these in mind. All right, builders are moving up today. Money is moving. Gold, dollars down. Gold is moving. Builders are moving. Russell 2000 is moving. So money is migrating or rotating again. What is the difference between the various 3 Volkswagen stocks? I think is where they're located and how they're listed on the stock exchange here. All right. FLR, nice breakout. Where does FLR, where did that come from? Is it one of the stocks that are up there? And I see your banking play, Akshaya. Banking stocks are coming out. I'm going to try to get to that too. I'm going to try to get to the banking stocks too. I got a lot of stuff going on that I'm trying to get in. That's why I may not look at your stocks today. All right, regional banks is ripping. Listen, you know how I feel about the banks, but if they're giving you an opportunity to make the money, by all means. Tomorrow is going to be the telling sign, though, how these companies come in when they report. All right, cherry picking. I got MPI stocks. All right, take a look at these real quick. Write them down. This is near perfect indicator plays. Man, I'm giving you a lot of fish today. A lot of fish. If you don't get a chance to write them down now, once this is up on the channel, look at it again. Take your time, write them down. Midas touch stocks, more fish. 5 more stocks, nicely up today as well. This is another cherry picking strategy. I think I'm going to have to do another video on 3 different cherry picking strategies to help you to make money. Where's the one I'm looking for? There was one that I created. There it is, stocks on the fly. Jeff, you still here? Jeff, you still here? I'm going to do this on how will bank do tomorrow. It all depends on, I got to try to look at those for you. Man, I ain't going to have enough time for all of this, but it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. All right, stocks on the fly. I got a new segment that, depending on what's going on in the market, I'm going to give you and walk you through how I would find stocks for the current day or the current time. Glenn, do you have a best stock for low interest ENV? No, I haven't thought about that yet. What subscription is this, Glenn? The full meal deal? Man, I'm trying to do a lot of stuff today. I think that it's important that I try to get you guys on the right track. That was the alert today. You know, the Fed's moving the market responds, what stocks to look at. That's why I'm doing a lot of fish today. That's why I'm doing a lot of fish today. Stocks on the fly. So here we go, Jeff. I'm going to go to the unit search. You guys know that I do like the star search, right? So I'm going to go to Pro Trader. I'm going to go to, I created a search called Star Search Pinch. I created that for the Jockey Club. All right. For those of you in the Jockey Club, I'm trying to find the pinch in the Bollinger Bands to find stocks that are breaking out into the fast lane from the pinch. Watch this, Jeff. All right. Watch this. I'm going to add to this. Here's the search with my additions on the bottom to make this a pinch. I'm going to go and add another thing. Stocks, filter by, watch list, equal to. Here you go, Jeff. You watching? You watching? Let's go to special watch list. Open it up. Russell 2000. Holy smokes. Jeff, is that what you were looking for? Huh? Yes or no, Jeff? Is that what you were looking for? So I'm still doing star search. I want to make sure that the stocks, the Bollinger Bands have pinched, and now they're in the fast lane from the Russell 2000. Good. Googly muggly. Ooh, I love being able to do this stuff on the fly, baby. I love being able to do this stuff on the fly to answer your question in the YouTube channel. All right, so emerging markets are moving. It's like low yield and weak dollar. The dollar is weak. I'm telling you, gold stocks are something you want to keep your eyes on. All right, with this, here's the stocks. Look at that. Out of over 9,000 stocks, we got the top 25 stocks that meet the criteria. Let's go graph them all real quick. You want some fish on the fly? I didn't say a fish fry. I said fish on the fly. CDNA, there's the pinch in the fast lane. Not feeling that. Not enough. Ooh, HNRG, there's the pinch in the fast lane. All right, HNRG, somebody write down these stocks for me. Janice, write down these stocks for me, please. Let's go to the next one. What else do I like? ATI in the fast lane. I like the trend higher. I don't like the closed green bar. But you know something, Janice? Write this one down as well. All right? Write this one down as well. Not fish fry, fish on the fly. I'm not feeling this one still in the channel. BORR. I'm not feeling this. I know it's in the fast lane. There's the pinch. I still see too much channelization going on. I'm not into this one just quite yet either. Closed candle. It is trending higher. Side. Janice, write that one down. KTOS. All right, Corey's going, fish fry. No, it's fish on the fly. ATMU. Too much of a downtrend. I do like that it's in the fast lane, but too much of a downtrend. No. Let's go to the next one. Ooh. SATS, bottom left, not quite top right. I do like the trend up. And it's back above that trend. Look at that. And it's back above that trend. Janice, write that one down. All right, Janice, write that one down. Next one. That's still in the channel. It's not moving up. It's still in the channel. Big open candle. I don't like the earnings. Look at the earnings on that. Earnings looks like poop. That's the technical term. I'm not feeling that one. I don't like the earnings. Let's go to the next one. I don't like the earnings again. Next one. I do like the earnings. I needed to take out that high. All right. Corey says, no pressure, Janice. We're just counting on you. I do like the trend up. Nah, I'm going to say earnings is good. I got too much of a downtrend going on. I'm going to say no. You're getting my insights on the fly. I like that, but there's a swing high. I got to take out that high. Let's go to the next one. No, there's too much stuff. Let's go to the next one. That was like that other stock that had too much of downtrend. Too much downtrend, but I do like the upward trend line. I do like the upward trend line. I said, I do like the earnings. Janice, write this one down. R-E-L-Y. R-E-L-Y. What about this one? This is like fly fishing, but not quite. There it is. It needs to take out that high. I do like the earnings though. That's a shooting star follow through. No more follow throughs here today. I'm not ready yet. Oh, she put down reasons why I said it. Holy smokes. I love that. No, that's a little, No, let it go through that uptrend. No, two sideways. No, two sideways. Ugh. No. 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 Too much wicks on the top. Actually, it's above that downtrend. That would be the downtrend. Janice, write this one down. IOVA. All right. Let's go see what we got. HNRG, comma, ATI, comma, BORR. Oh, you said not yet on BORR. Sigh. All right. KTOS, comma, ATMU, not yet. SATS, trends up. SBOW, not yet on SBOW. CMC earnings poop. CIVI yuck earnings. Earnings good. Too much downtrend. No. Uptrend. RELY. All right. Is that all the stocks, Janice? All right. Stocks on the fly. There we go. Jeff, was it worth it? I'm going to do one other thing. Watch this. Unisearch. Star Search Pinch. I'm going to make another list right from this list. Let's go see out of these stocks that are in the Russell 2000, which ones have an RV above 1. Jeff says, wow, my fish knife is dull. So many fish. There you go. Thank you for that, Jeff. NBI, hold on. Y'all give me more stocks? NBIX, comma, FLYW, comma, and IOVA. All right, there it is. I got them. Now, from the Unisearch, I took that same search. Type the ones in the room, by the way. I took that same search, sorted them by the stocks that had RVs above 1. Couple of cells in here. View the stock graph. I'm using the power of the VectorVest software, Jeff. Bohr, RV above 1. ATMU, RV above 1. This is another way of looking, Jeff. Taking the stocks from the search that have RVs above 1. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? I just did it a different way. Let's go see out of the search how many have RTs above 1. Wow, this becomes a very versatile search that I created. Do you agree? Yes or no? Put agree or don't agree. Put agree or don't agree. This makes it a very versatile search. Depending on how you invest in the market. I'm getting a lot of mileage. Out of that search I just created. HNRG. You know what happens? You're going to find stocks that meet the different, that come up over and over again. Those are the stocks that I want you to keep your eyes on. Look at that. Ew, I'm not feeling that one though. Maybe not that one either. But at least all of these are all in uptrends. All of these are up in uptrends. All right. What else can I do? Let's go sort by earnings growth rate. Which ones have the best earnings growth rates? Oh, wow. Look at that. Some of these are sells. That's all right. Some of these it sells, but if the market's really starting to pick up, you can hold these stocks from a sell to a hold to a buy. How many of you will come back and say, holy smokes, I made a lot of money on that stock. Thanks, Glenn. May or may not happen. I took all of the double-digit earnings growth stocks, and I look at all these graphs on a 3-month graph. RELY comes up again. Bohr again. FLYW. Look at that. Over and over. I love this idea. How many of you feel that this could be beneficial for you? All right. Can I sort by industry group? Sure, I can sort by industry group if I want to. Industry, and maybe I just cherry pick one per industry, maybe? One per industry? Telecom. Yeah, I can do that. All right. So how about Nvidia and SMCI and AVGO and ASML and TSM? All of those stocks are probably taking a hit. Amir, but we talked about that, right? Builders are way up. Give me a builder ETF. I think BLDR. I don't know is that an ETF? How about this? I guess we will look at your stock picks today. BLDR. How many likes do I have? 71. I'll give you 10 stocks today. Oops, that's not what I want. Let me empty that out real quick. I got time. I still have time. I went through everything I wanted to, I think. BLDR. Is that an ETF? It is not. Give me a builder. Hold on. They're taking a hit, including AMD. I agree. I explained to you why that was happening. I told you where the money was rotating into and why they were rotating out of the tech stocks. All right. IBP. There we go. ITB. SoFi. CYRX. I'm still going to give you about 10 stocks. AVGO split. Yeah, we did talk about that. AVGO. I like that. TPC, BRFH, STRL, ITB is already in there. There are not any good builder ETFs, says Corey. Nail. I do like Nail. Nail, HEPS, IPB, AV, I got that. FLR, how many stocks is that? How many stocks is that today? That is 11 stocks. That's more than the likes that we got, so that's all right. All right, let's go peep them out. One sell, which is CYRX. Everybody else is a buy or hold. VSTs. Out of the 11 stocks, 9 have a VST above 1. 9 of the 11 are in uptrends. Let's go check these out. They are getting killed, but when you talk, they go up. Got nothing to do with me. Ain't nobody listening to me. Except for VV Nation. Ain't nobody out there listening to me. Ooh, TPC, building, heavy construction. Love the earnings. Love the new 3-month high in the fast lane. Bottom left, top right, fast lane. Boom. Did I not have that stock in there? Hold on. XHB. I did not. XHB. All right. Glenn doesn't move markets. You know, ain't nobody listen to me. I keep telling you that nobody listen to me. Joey never listens to me. Cool at least listens to me, but Joey don't listen to me. All right, I hope he's having a good time on vacation. Bottom left, top right, fast lane, boom. Not bam, boom. It's boom. All right, so let's go to the next one. Ooh, AVGO, even with the split, I wouldn't be in it right now. Why? It's in the middle lane. It's in the middle lane. I wouldn't be in there yet. Will Janice replace Joey if she keeps up the good work? No, that won't happen. Robert says sort by CI. I can sort any list by CI. Right now, though, this is your list of stocks I want to look at. I just want to look at their graphs and give you opportunities to be in or not be in. Robert. Let's go to the next one. Sterling. That's in the channel. Not only is it not in the fast lane, it's in the channel. I'm not feeling it right yet. Let's go to the next one. HEPS. It's in the fast lane still. 3 days down, you're still most likely profitable. Not only is it still in the fast lane, it's moving sideways, so you're not losing any money. If I would say just be patient with this. Love the earnings. Be patient with this. Be patient with HEPS. So I got to say about that. All right, next one. Wow. Fluor. I can say it's higher than it was 3 months ago. A little bit more volatile in the move, but it is in the fast lane, and it pinched and breaking, and yeah, I like that play. What did I do to wish that on me? That's what I'm saying. Janet don't want to take Joey's spot. All right, this is top left, bottom right, fast lane. This is more aggressive play. All right, let's go see something here. Freehand line. It's above the downtrend from that high. That's a positive sign. Let me throw volume up here. And it's picking up on volume. This is a more aggressive play after the stock has been beaten up. Another building stock. Look at that. Fast lane. Both DPOs, earnings rising, and the stock is going up on higher volume. I like that play. Yeah. How about that? Ooh. Middle lane. That's all I got to say. It is bottom left, top right, middle lane. No, not yet. Jeff says, bought some IBP this morning. Thank you, VV. Where's IBP? We did look at IBP. I do like that play after this protracted downtrend. Breaking up through that, now in the fast lane on rising volume and rising earnings. I like that. I'm really bummed that the Tesla pushed back their event. Really? Really? All right. Corey says, IBP is good. Toll Brothers, Pulte Homes, some others too. Check the value. Got you. Where's the value? Do I have value? If it's not on here, I'm not putting it on. I'm not advertising. Value. 293. Yep, this is an undervalued stock too. Undervalued stock. What? These builders may not be bad plays. No. There it is. Look at that. Nail. Both DPOs just went up in the fast lane. Broke through the downtrend. I like that. And look at the volume. Hey now, you're an all-star. Nail looks good. Nicely in the fast lane. Very little wick at all at the top of the list, at the top of the wick. That's not a bad looking play. XHB, same kind of scenario. There's the downtrend. Right about there. Yeah, why you move? Stop moving. I'll move that up. Yeah, there's the downtrend. It broke through on good, deep, and good. Builders are moving. Nail, hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on. Go. Yeah, way to go, Corey. I like that. All right. Dr. Bruiser, on days like today, you see why the money moving. Feng you. Okay. All right, let's go to the next stock. Another builder. They all look the same. Breaking out into the fast lane. Both DPOs going positive and on above average volume. You got to love the builders. And we're showing you each and every one that you put in here. SoFi. I'd like for the both DPOs to go positive. I do like the hammer formation right here. Follow through in the fast lane. I don't like the closed candle. I don't like the closed candle. All right. Next one. Ooh. Nope. Not yet. I do like the move today. Neither DPO is positive, and I don't like the earnings, but I got a lot of volume going on today. I'd be careful with this one. All right. That's all of them. That's all of them. Man, I got all. Let's go look at gold stocks. Gold is moving today. Dollar's going down. All right. Dollar's going down. Gold is going up. Look at that. What are the big movers? Harmony Gold, EMX, ASM. That's a silver. KGC. Here's the dollar going down. Gold going up. Gold going up. Keep your eyes. Harmony is a favorite. And it's undervalued. Fundamentally sound. 31% earnings growth. Harmony is probably one of the best gold stocks that are out there. Where's gold? Barrick Gold. Not nearly as much. What else is a gold? Kinross Gold. Look at that. Harmony's got the best earnings growth. No, IM Gold has the best earnings growth. But if I look at Harmony compared to IM Gold, fundamentally sound in Harmony. I do like Harmony. Shaking my head. This semi ETF took a hit today, but I'm sticking with it anyway. Which one, Corey? Which one? Told you, don't be, hold on. Don't be getting all hippy-tippy about this. It's one day. It's one day. And again, going back to the color guard, folks. One day don't make a trend. What do you see? Excuse me, I see a lot of yellow. I see a lot of yellow. Confirmed up, the DEW market timing calls are going up. Market timing calls are going up. Tech stocks getting hit. As I showed you early on in the stream. I'll go back to the graphs. Here's the stocks that, I own Tesla. A lot of people are asking me about Tesla. Right now, still in the fast lane. By the end of the day, I own this. By the end of the day, if it looks like we're going to close in the middle lane, I'll take it off the table. I also own Palantir. I'm fine with Palantir. Look at that retracement off of the low for the day. It may be down, but I'm okay. And what was the other one? Nvidia. It's in the middle lane. It's in the middle. And it had been for a minute. This is where I wanted you out of Nvidia, or at least half out, or at least half out right here. All right, then you didn't have to ride this, but now it's coming. It came back up. You're like, yay! And now this happens. You should be half out or out right now. Bank earnings. What do you think? Let's go viewers. Let's go to industry viewer. Let's go look at the banks. Man, let's go layout. Let's make that a little bigger for you. Yeah, I did say I was going to look at the banks. All right, let's go to the industry viewer. What am I looking for? Financial. I don't know what I'm going to look for. Let's sort this by industry. Let's go look at the big banks. Let's go look at the big banks. Doo-dah. Let's go look at them all. All right, let's go peep this out. See if I can find the banks. Auto fit, all columns. I don't know. I think it's under financial something. Financial. No, it's not in the banks. What industry are the banks into? Sigh. Someone help a brother out. Business, building, bank. There it is. Bank. Let's go to investment. I think the big banks I'm looking for. What do you think about banks earnings? Black Panther, I'm working on that right now. Let's graph all of these real quick. I'll do this real quick. Put this in a 3-month graph. Let's go put on my earnings graph. Better yet, Someone type in the room. Actually, I can do it. Where's my earnings graph? It's going to say just take the ones that are coming out tomorrow. Earnings graph. Anybody want to give me the list of all of the banks that are reporting tomorrow? Just type them in the room. Just type them in the room. Janice, we talked about AVGL. I'm not going to do TSM. Right now, the last thing I'm going to do before I go, Amir, are going to be the banks. Which banks are reporting tomorrow? Which banks are reporting? I know JPM is. JPM. Anybody else? Sigh. No, we're going to do it this way. Sigh. That's not the way I wanted to do it. Hold on. Let's go here. I'll find out. Let's go to research, investing.com. Let's go to tools, earnings calendar tomorrow. All right. I'm going to move this over here so I can see it. And now let's go back into the system. Let's go to viewers, watch list viewer. I'm going to put this into different watch list. I got a blank list. Empty the list. We're going to do this before I go. All right. Panther was asking me for it. So JPM, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, BK. Was that it? I think that's it. Wasn't a ton, but that's the big banks. Here we go. All right. Let's graph these all. Looking at my earnings graph layout. Put this on a 3-month graph. Higher, lower on earnings growth, earnings per share. I think they beat. All right. I think that they beat. Let's go look at Bank of New York. Higher. Sales growth, though, is falling. Bottom left, top right, though. Bottom left, top right, probably in the fast lane. Bam! Now you got me saying the wrong word, Akshaya. Boom. I think that they beat. Rising relative safety, earnings growth about even, but earnings per share growing. Sales growth falling. I think they beat. All right. Wow. Citigroup. Rising earnings growth, rising relative safety. Tell me it's a safer stock. Relative safety, though, is below 1. Relative safety is below 1. Relative safety on Bank of New York is above 1. Relative safety on JPM above 1. But I look at the relative safety on Citigroup less than 1. I still think they beat, but it's not safe as the other ones. Wells Fargo. Falling earnings growth. A little higher on relative safety. Sales growth. Man, no volume in there. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You know what else I want to look at? I don't think I have it on here. I'm going to add a parameter. Where's these values at? Undervalued on Wells Fargo, undervalued on Citicorp, undervalued. All of these banks are undervalued. That's a good sign. So we look for stocks that are safe, relative safety is above 1, undervalued stocks that are rising in price. Wells is not in a rising market. Well, we got a rising market. Safe, undervalued stocks, rising in price in a rising market. Citigroup should beat. Safe, undervalued stock, rising in price in a rising market. That's as much as I can give on these banks. I think that this is the best graph that I have in looking at these banks. Wow, covered so much ground. I'm going to have to watch this one again. Broke a sweat trying to keep up. Listen, I knew that there was a lot. I knew that there was a lot for me to try to get through today. I'm only 7 minutes over. Ooh. I'm only 7 minutes over. Cool. Of course, you know, I thank you for your patience with me. But I told you that there was going to be a lot to cover, especially on these tech stocks, what to do with these tech stocks. We went and I gave you a lot of fish. I gave you lots of fish today. Did I check Goldman Sachs? They're not reporting tomorrow, Walter. I checked on the stocks that were reporting tomorrow. Of course, there's going to be more banks reporting after tomorrow, but I only checked on the banks that were reporting tomorrow. All right, so, phew. Hey, how many of you had fun today? Type of 1. If you had fun, make sure you, before you leave, you hit the like button. All right, make sure you hit the like button. Hopefully, I did enough to talk about what's going on in the market. Hopefully, I've done enough to show you how to use this color guard in regards to what's going on in the market. Hopefully, I've done enough to walk you through how to manage some of the stocks that you're curious about. Hopefully, I've done enough to put a lot of fish on your plate. Hopefully, I've done enough to still teach you how to fish. There was a lot to cover today. Thank you for everyone who stayed with me as long as you did. Thank you very much for staying with me this time. But all right, I'm ready to go. I'm tired. I'm tired. Cool. You want to sign us off today? I'll make it so they can hear you. Say something.
All right, you hear me?
Yeah, I did. Hey, you hear Cool? Yes or no? Say something again, Cool.
You guys hear me?
You guys hear him? Yes or no? I know there's a delay. Yes, they heard you. All right, so you signed us off today.
All right, guys. Thank you, VV Nation. We have the mobile live stream tomorrow and the 6 p.m. video tonight. Make sure you guys tune into that. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Well, I guess that was all right. Thank you, Cool. See ya.